5 अप्रैल रविवार को रात 9 बजे मैं आप सबके 9 मिनट चाहता हूं। ध्यान से सुनिएगा। 5 अप्रैल को रविवार को रात 9 बजे घर की सभी लाइटें बंद करके घर के दरवाजे पर या बालकनी में खड़े रहकर 9 मिनट के लिए मोमबत्ती, दिया, टॉर्च या मोबाइल की फ्लैश लाइट जलाएं।
Since we are fighting against the coronavirus, so to unite the country, Mr. Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister, has appealed on 3rd April 2020 to switch off the light for 9 minutes on 5th of April. And the message behind the symbolic gesture was to let the brightness of lights ignite our energies and ensure the victory of good over evil. So this event is also known as 9 p.m. 9-minute event. So I'm going to tell you here the preparedness for the light events, the backstage preparations, how this event had successfully managed all the preparations. This was challenging because the load will start reducing at 9 p.m. and then again it will raise after 9:10. So it was very challenging, and anyhow this has to be managed. So a various meeting has been called, like Power System Operation Corporation Limited POSCO has called a meeting with state grid and regional grids. There were also rumors that we have to switch off all the appliances. Just to Ministry of Power, Government of India, advisory only to switch off light, dispelling the apprehensions and rumors surrounding the event. The challenging aspects was like match the sharp rate of change of demand with matching change in generation in the country. That is very difficult and it was very challenging. So various meeting has been called for POSCO, NLDC, RLDC. So firstly they have estimated the load reduction during 9 minutes of light off events. Prior to light event, all India demand was already reduced by 30 to 40 gigawatt. So based on the analysis, the anticipated all India lighting load was estimated and demand the reduction of 11,344 megawatt at 9 o'clock was anticipated. Even after this anticipations, independent household load consumers in India was carried out, like they have assumed 12,452 megawatt. The lighting load was anticipated again. It was also done the same exercise by SLDCs separately. So it was approximately the load reduction was around 15,085 megawatt it was anticipated. So it was in the range of 12 to 15 gigawatt. They have made an operational plan for successfully managing the 9 p.m. 9-minute event. So they have ensured load generation balance at all times during the event for frequency control, ensure voltage are within permissible limit at all nodes, ensure transmission network loadings within permissible limits along with the system stability. So hydropower used for the fast ramping down and ramping up for this event. Then it was also planned to reduce the scheduled interstate thermal generating stations to near technical level of 55 to 60% just before the start of this event. It was also planned to fast ramping down the hydro and gas generation with the start of event while keeping a watch on the system frequency. So it is also expected that load will increase from 9-10 hours. So ramping up the thermal generation from 9:00 p.m. hours onwards so that it can supplement hydro generation during demand build up phase immediately after event, further ramping of hydro plant. And also it was planned automatic disconnection of interstate wind generators from the grid at frequency beyond 50.20 Hz. If the load increases, then frequency decrease, and if load demand decreases, then your frequency will increase. So automatic disconnection of wind generators was planned when the frequency will reach 50.20 Hz. In all the plants, reduction of governor droop settings of hydro units from usual level of 4.5%. Normally it is 4 to 5% droop settings, but it has been changed from 4 to 5% to 1 to 2%. Now, governor droop is the percentage drop in system frequency, which would cause the generating unit under governor action to change its output from zero to full load. And one major concern was also arresting significant variation in grid frequency during event was low inertia of the system. Since the country wide lockdown on 25th March 2020, many generating units were desynchronized from the grid, causing significant reduction in system of inertia. So to take care, additional hydro and gas units to bring along with the load based thermal power. Now I will tell you the whatever the actions is being taken is the first, all VERS reactors would be taken in service by 8 hours if voltage are slightly lower than 1 pu at 400 kV and above voltage level nodes. List of the line which could be further opened without loss of reliability was prepared. All such line could be opened before the event, and all the STATCOMs and SVCs would be operated in voltage control mode with reference voltage being 1 pu. All generating stations were to keep voltage regulator in automatic mode and allow the utilization of full capability curve of the unit during the event. With lower active power generation at generating units, increase the reactive power capability need to be utilized as dynamic reactive reserve in the system. Also, simulation studies were carried out for the minimum anticipated demand and generating scenario for the events. In order to improve resiliency, all black start stations were advised to remain under a state of readiness. Mock exercise on hydro ramping was carried out by hydro stations. Since Indian grid is synchronously connected with Bhutan along with asynchronous connection with Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar, so cross-border support was also discussed from the neighboring countries. The preparation for the extreme scenario was also done, like through demand reduction during the event was 12 to 15 gigawatt, and the preparation was carried out for the extreme scenario, that is much demand reductions than anticipated. Operating margin of around 21,000 megawatt was identified in hydro and gas generating resources across the country with SLDC, ISGC, hydro and gas generating plants. Enabling over frequency setting of wind generator ensures tripping wind turbine if frequency rose beyond 50.20 Hz. That relief of 2000 to 4000 megawatt will be achieved from these resources. So it's now time to implement all these things. So firstly, various steps were taken. Hydro stations were advised by respective RLDCs to vary generation as per the detailed procedures. Confirmation taken about change of governor droop settings at hydro units was taken. Wind generators to enable the over frequency setting, that is automatic disconnection of the incoming feeders from wind generators in case of frequency rising beyond 50.20 Hz. A dedicated SCADA display at NLDC control room was prepared for monitoring the generation and reserve availability in hydro and gas generating plants. The units of gas-based stations under reserve shutdown were brought on VAR in open cycle mode of operation by 1830 hours. Gas generations maximized by 2050 hours. The scheduling of hydro resources was optimized with the objective of getting maximum hydro generation prior to event. For that, hydel energy was first consumed during the evening peak demand hours, and schedule of thermal generators was modulated to compensate for the same. Hydro generation of 25,559 megawatt was achieved at 2045 hours. In anticipation of high frequency at the time of sudden reduction in demand, the frequency was maintained on the lower side, that is it was maintained 49.816 Hz at 8:45 p.m. before the start of the event. Total reserve regulation ancillary services dawn of 3500 megawatt was applied between 2030 to 21 hours to maintain the frequency on lower side of IEGC band. Further, in order to avoid high voltage at the time of sudden reduction in demand. The voltage prior to the event were maintained at lower side. Total 100 to 200 transmission lines of voltage level 400 kV and above, that is HVAC and HVDC, were kept open for voltage control. And switchable line reactors and VUS were taken in service wherever required. SVCs at 400 kV were taken in voltage control mode with reference voltage of 400 kV. Statcom settings were modified as per requirement. All the generating plants were advised to absorb or generate reactive power as per the requirement. Wind turbine generators were advised to operate in voltage control mode instead of constant power factor mode. SLDC discoms were advised to switch off capacitor banks at distribution level. So these are the preparatory works were done before the events. Now the operation during the light of events. Due to the diverse and distributed actions of the household across the country, the effects of light of event started few minutes before the scheduled time of the event. The all India demand started reducing sharply from 1,16,887 megawatt at 8:45 p.m. and touched the minimum value of 85,799 megawatt at 9 p.m. Our maximum ramp up dawn was recorded at 9 hours and 9 hours. Okay, this sudden fall in demand of 31,089 megawatt was managed effectively with matching generation backed on in hydrothermal gas and wind generators across the country. The grid frequency during the event remained at the range of 50.26 Hz to 49.70 Hz, with maximum frequency 50.259 Hz and minimum frequency was recorded at 49.707 Hz at 8 hours. All India demand started picking up again at 9:10 p.m. and settled around 1,14,400 megawatt at 9:10 p.m. This recovery was again managed with increased in hydrothermal gas and wind generators. Grid frequency touched 50.20 Hz at 9:01 p.m. and with the implementation of over frequency settings for wind generators, that is automatic disconnection of generators in case of frequency going beyond 50.20 Hz, relief around 1635 megawatt received from wind generators between 9:01 hours to p.m. to 9:10 p.m. From automatic and manual tripping of the feeders. Further, no undesirable trippings or untouched incident was observed during the light of event. So it was a very successful event, and this event was appreciated worldwide, and technical expertise and precise coordination between different entities is being considered as a subject for the case study in the all over the world. During entire period of event, Indian power system was operated as a single control area for frequency control purpose, with all major stakeholders in online video conferencing mode with real-time grid operation at NLDC and RLDCs. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much. Please do like my channels and subscribe my channels. We will make interesting video like that.